All right. For this week in the NFL, we had three games on Turkey Day, so we'll start with them. Houston, a winner on the road in Detroit, 34-31 being the final score in OT. Sue, once again, up to his tricks on Thanksgiving, deciding to be illegal on a few hits.
Oh man,
The groin to Matt Schaub.
yeah, Sue. I mean, this guy has been like, he's like a poster boy for bad play. Uh, uh he's plays so dirt. He plays so dirty, and it's like he's still playing in the league. I mean, I haven't seen him get suspended once.
And it's funny, he does these Subway commercials feeling like he's all innocent and crap, and every Thanksgiving, it seems, he decides to, I don't know.
Yeah, you know what he's gonna end up doing after his football season is done.
Oh,
He's gonna
God.
be a politician.
Ah, shoot. You can really jump to those conclusions. But going back to the game, this game was actually pretty close. I mean, no one possibly saw this. They probably thought this was going to be a blowout for Houston.
Yeah, I mean, I thought it was gonna be, but Detroit, they fought them tooth and nail, and made it pretty close.
I mean, they're showing that they're actually legitimate, and I'm actually shocked on that.
Yeah, I thought Detroit still had it until Arian Foster scored.
Washington and Dallas. Washington, a no-shock winner over Dallas, 38-31, in my opinion. I mean, anyone like DJ DOD would not agree with me on that because he loves Dallas, and it's just Romo stinking pretty much.
Yeah, I mean, you know what? That game wasn't as close as the score implied, because I mean, Washington pretty much had control of that game.
I mean,
And
RG3 was, just doing everything right.
yeah, and late in the game, Dallas decided we're gonna try to come back, but you know what? It wasn't enough.
And now we jump to the New England game. No shock here, 49-19, winners on the road against the Jets. And the Jets really stink. Let's go with that. New England's good, yeah, we know that, but the Jets are done.
Yeah,
We've been saying that for weeks.
they've been done. I mean, they're like a Thanksgiving turkey. They're done. They're pretty much overdone.
And Tebow could not have played in this game because of the busted ribs that he has. So
Yeah, and it was funny to me how the Pats just scored like what 5 times on the Jets
in
in the
about
second quarter.
in about what 2 minute, 3 minute span or something.
Yeah, that was really embarrassing.
I mean, the Jets. One, you got to start Tebow. I mean, we've been saying that almost every freaking show, and they don't listen. You might as well. I mean, this team has nothing to play for, so
Yeah, they got nothing to play for. They got nothing else to rally behind besides get rid of Rex Ryan,
he's gonna be
start
gone regardless.
start Tebow in place of Sanchez, and have a fresh start.
And hopefully we can go from there. But if not, the Jets are just gonna continue to stink. And in fact, I think their biggest fan, what is he, the helmet head or helmet guy or whatever, decided to take his helmet off because he knew the Jets are pretty much done.
Yeah,
That's probably the weirdest story you're ever gonna hear.
I mean, I don't know what else they should do besides at every Jets home game, pass out paper bags for fans to wear when they go in.
And Jets stands for just end the season, if anyone's wondering.
Exactly.
Chicago winners at home. The Bears beat out the Vikings 28-10. Cutler's back, and they really needed him.
Yeah, they did a great job coming back from that thrashing that the Niners gave them.
And I mean, if Cutler played in that game against the Niners, you would think that game would have been much, much closer.
Yeah, I think it would have too. I mean, the Jay Cutler, if he was a Pirate captain, I'd follow him to Davy Jones' locker.
Ah. And plus, the defense also played really well for Chicago, too. I mean, we didn't see that against the Niners, but it just came alive against Minnesota.
Yeah, Minnesota, they've been inconsistent this year, so I'm not surprised that the Bears just pretty much handled them.
Next game, Carson Palmer returns to Cincinnati and gets a nice welcome with a destroying loss. The Raiders lose in Cincy 34-10. This should not be a shock whatsoever. Carson Palmer, kind of overrated, you think?
Uh,
Don't
I
answer
think.
that. I think I know where you're going with this without being biased. But Cincy outplayed them, and nothing against the Raiders' defense, but still, Cincy
Yeah,
outplayed them.
they're just playing really really bad football right now. I mean, the only initials came up to mind when I thought about this game, LMAO. Because I mean, you go into your old hometown, your old home stadium, and that's the kind of effort that you show for.
Well, he wanted
Oh
to get out
man.
of there anyway. He didn't want to be there.
You know what? I thought about that too, but I thought, you know what? It's just like those people that got fired and said, "No, I didn't get fired. I quit."
Oh boy. But you know what? You expected Palmer to actually play better and say, "Hey, look, I'm better. This is why I didn't want you guys." But hey, he didn't do anything.
Yeah, Cincinnati said, "Yeah, you know what? We'll take our chances, and look who they have now."
And plus, it looks like right now the Raiders may be getting the fourth pick in the draft at the season ended today, but we still got a long way to go.
Well, hopefully the Raiders upcoming draft, they don't do what they've done in the past. People expected them to draft a certain player, and they totally negate that and said, "Oh, we'll draft this guy instead."
And they usually draft like the fastest people, but it never works out.
Yeah, it's not Janikowski all over again.
I mean, the only people that they actually drafted that was actually well were both kickers, Janikowski and Leckler. But jumping off that train, here's probably the upset of the week. Cleveland 20, Pittsburgh 14. You and I were talking about this during the break. I believe the Steelers made 8 turnovers, and only Cleveland scored twice off those 2 turnovers. Batch played like crap.
Yeah, Batch. I mean, even when he was in Detroit, that's been his MO. He plays like
He played like poo.
He plays like a chicken with his head cut off. He doesn't know whether to scramble or whether to just drop back and throw.
And you can't just blame him. I mean, yeah, he was getting some good throws off, not trying to bag him in the whole time, but Mike Wallace dropped a few, Isaac Redman dropped one. I mean,
yeah.
What happened to the offense on the Steelers?
Yeah, their whole offense it revolves around Big Ben. Without Big Ben, you got nothing.
And plus, the defense is already battered up enough. I mean, you would think it'd be easy to get the Whedon because Whedon's like always, open. It's like, here, tackle my 28-year-old self.
Yeah, and without Palomalu, that defense is too depleted.
Next game, Indy 2013 winners at home over the Buffalo Bills. Again, Coach Pagano in the stands. Even the cheerleaders decided to shave their heads.
Yeah.
So it's very nice every time it seems that Pagano's, in the building around the Colts, they seem to win.
Yeah, that was an excellent game. I mean, it wasn't Andrew Luck's best game, but I mean, the other rookie stood out, T.Y. Hilton.
Yeah.
I mean, what was it that they said? They said he had a 75-yard punt return and an 8-yard touchdown pass.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, wow.
I think the first player ever to do that.
Yeah, and it's like, wow. How come we haven't heard more about this guy?
Because he's a rook, and obviously Indy's doing something that no one really saw. No one saw this team going what are they now, 7-4?
Yeah.
No one saw that. They didn't expect Luck to already be Peyton Manning in his prime. Not trying to compare him, but he's pretty much showing that he could be.
Yeah.
And then what they had to go through with the coach.
Yeah, they're kind of like the Yankees when those years they won World Series when Joe Torre was ill in the hospital. They rallied around him, and when you rally around a good cause like that, you can do anything.
And there's kind of a difference between the Yankees and the Colts. The Yankees are the best team money can buy, so
the keyword is buy.
Buy. So we'll see. We're possibly going to see the Colts in the playoffs because they almost have that first playoff spot locked. I mean, the AFC, you already know who's going to the playoffs out of all that except that sixth and final spot. But we'll get to that within the next coming weeks. Jacksonville, a winner at home, 24-19 over the Titans. And I think Chad Henne's a better quarterback than, what's-his-face, Blaine Gabbert, or whatever you say his name. Holy crap.
Yeah.
I mean, Henne... I mean, yeah, he did a little bit in Miami back when he was over there, but heck, he's brought that Jacksonville team, back to life. I know, yeah, they still have a bad record, but shoot, no one saw that coming.
Yeah, I totally didn't see that one coming because, I mean, Tennessee, I mean, when it comes to playing pretty sorry teams, they usually have a good shot at beating them.
Yeah.
But for some reason, Jacksonville was on their game that day.
And, it's rare that they're actually on their game, but, hey, they did good.
Yeah, I think somebody missed an assignment there.
Speaking of missing assignments, let's talk about the Kansas City Chiefs. They fall to Denver 17-9. They missed a lot of assignments. / they don't have a quarterback. I think we could go off this game saying Peyton Manning, did his work, and Kansas City just really stinks. And probably me and Richard want to shoot ourselves in the legs, picking them for the AFC West crown, which isn't going to happen. Period.
Yeah, Kansas City. They're just not that same team that they were when they had Gerback and what's his name? Christian Okoye.
Well, Priest Holmes.
Yeah, Priest Holmes. Those
Tony Gonzalez way back when.
Those were the glory years, but now it's like it's just hard to even watch a game.
You gotta feel sorry for the fans at Arrowhead. My God.
Man, those fans at Arrowhead, you know what? No matter how bad their team plays, they still love the game.
And speaking of fans, the fans got a treat in Miami when the sprinklers came on during the third. But Miami comes out the win in the final seconds, beating out the Seahawks 24-21. Tannehill starting to come alive once again, but again, he is pretty inconsistent himself.
Yeah, I think I set that timer for the sprinklers too early.
What happened to Seattle in this game? I think I had Seattle winning this game.
Yeah, I thought Seattle was going to do a lot more too, but Miami, they just, they're pretty much seesaw. I mean, they're good one week, bad another week, then they're good again. So it's like, it's kind of hard to like pretty much determine how Miami is going to do, but they did a great job.
Mhm. And, with the continuing of that, I mean, Seattle keeps falling way back in that NFC West, which could have been a good competition for them. They do lead that final wild card spot in the NFC, but if they keep playing like this, New Orleans, Tampa Bay, maybe even, Green Bay, could just come and just overlap them, jump right over them.
Yeah. Oh, you know what? I don't know. Green Bay looks like they're pretty banged up too, but you never know.
We'll get to them in a bit. Tampa Bay losers at home over the Falcons 24-23. They put up a fight. I thought Atlanta was going to lose this game.
Yeah, I did too. I mean, we talked about it the week before, and I was like, you know what? I think Tampa Bay might turn some heads, and they actually did. But as for the what was it, the last second or something like that, they pulled it out, or not last second, but with like 7 minutes left.
Yeah,
they pulled it out.
They pulled out, and that's what else can you say? I mean, Tampa Bay's been one of the hottest teams in the NFL.
Yeah,
they're coming back. I mean, yeah, they're far from the Falcons, just like the Saints, who decided to rebound as well. But if they did this in the beginning of the season, this could be a heck of a race in, what is it, the NFC South?
Mm-hmm.
It could be a heck of a race between those three teams.
I've arrived.
Oh, look who decided to arrive.
Yes.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it is your most favorite announcer out of everyone here, Crazy Richie. So it's been a while. How are you?
Whatever.
Whatever.
Yes, it's been a very annoying day. It's been a non-school day.
Oh, beautiful. Oh, don't read that. It's a piece of paper they gave us for whatever reason. They're trying to tell us to read that. And yeah, that's not our phone number, by the way, either. So you could just tell it's a draft. Let's jump back to the NFL before Richie really goes nuts. We're on the Atlanta and Tampa Bay game. Do you want to give us your thoughts on this real quick?
Yeah, Tampa Bay choked.
Simple as that?
Simple as that. They were up 23-17. They let the Falcons score, and then they missed a 56-yarder. They choked. That's pretty much how Atlanta's season's been going. They're finding ways to win.
Yeah, and you know what? There's a reason why Matt Ryan gets that very deserved nickname, Ice.
Oh, yeah, he's Stone Cold. I mean, he's the next team. We're seeing a John Elway and Dan Marino, just not as good as John Elway and Dan Marino are. Because Matty Ice has a team. Marino never really had a great team. He always did it himself. He never had a running back. Besides the Mark Duper and Mark Clayton, besides the 80s, in the 90s, he never really had a great team. And that's why Buffalo kept knocking him out in the playoffs.
And that's why Marino never got a ring.
That's why. He never had a running back like Matt Ryan has. And that was one thing they always said. He never had a running back. And if they did, they always fumbled in the end zone.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and they had to fall to, what team was that in Super Bowl 19?
I don't remember.
Oh, you don't want to talk about it.
No, I'm not biased like you guys. No, but then you think of John Elway, who also was a master of comebacks, but he didn't win a ring until he got Terrell Davis.
Yeah.
And that's what they say. They need a good power running. You can't win it passing the ball all the time.